So in the first section of Expert Secrets, we spoke about finding your voice, becoming an expert, and speaking to your ideal clients. We spoke about developing different frameworks in your business. That was secret 1, finding your voice. Secret 2 is teaching your frameworks or your recipes. Once we've developed a working framework or a recipe, right, something that works, whether that's in your business, in your marriage, in your finances, you want to develop the skill and master that skill of teaching that recipe. Your kingdom will grow the moment you can enable and empower your family members, your friends, your clients, your employees, subordinates. Somewhere, somehow, you are going to find yourself with the need to transfer or communicate or carry over a successful recipe to somebody. You are either going to do it in exchange for value, or you are going to do it for free. But in both cases, you are going to need the recipient to understand it, to click it. It shouldn't go over his head. A lot of times that's exactly what happens. The recipe or the framework goes over the guy's head. You make them understand and click it by number 1, thoroughly understanding and dissecting your own framework yourself. And number 2, transferring it with a powerful story that allows them to grasp and understand the value. For example, the frameworks that I teach or the recipes that I teach in the Moneymakers course has cost me years of looking stupid and feeling stupid. It's cost me hundreds of thousands of rands. I messed around and made mistake after mistake after mistake for years until eventually I got a working recipe as a digital entrepreneur in South Africa. Now, there's lots of entrepreneurs that can do it overseas, but we don't have lots of entrepreneurs right here in South Africa, digital entrepreneurs that are vocal and open about teaching this recipe to others for free out there. I've built an empire that allows my entire family to thrive. Multiple 8-figure businesses. So if I say to you, hey, I'm going to show you how to do this, save you most of the pain and the suffering, and enable you to do the same, don't you think that that's worth paying attention to? Isn't that a good deal for a client? I don't need to sell you a course. My investment firm got 100 million under investments in just the past 3 months. I don't need you to pay me for a course. I need you to pay attention. Now, if I position it like that, then I highlight what it cost me. What's the price that I had to pay for it? I highlight what I've been able to achieve with it, and I also highlight what it can enable the client to achieve, or what kind of results the same recipe can get them. If I position it like that, then the chances of them clicking it and realizing it and seeing the value will be much greater than it would be if I was just standing up here teaching a bunch of frameworks. Like, the framework means nothing without a powerful story. I have to show them and help them understand why it is worth it to pay attention to what I have to say. Secret number 3, there are only 3 core markets. There's really only 3 core markets in which we can participate. But before we get to the 3 core markets, you first got to understand, who are you serving? If you don't know who you are serving, you won't know what they want. And if you don't know what they want, how are you going to give them what they want to buy? Russell Brunson says there's 3 core markets and desires. Now, when I create a product or a service in my business, I don't want to give a client what he needs. I want to give him what he desires. And on top of that, what he needs. Now, that is a great offer. These 3 core markets are health, wealth, and relationships. And in these 3 core markets, you can also make the biggest positive impact on people, on society, on your community, on the world. When people purchase a product, they are hoping to get results in one of these 3 areas of their lives. They have a desire for results either for health, wealth, or relationships. Now, when you do marketing, you need your marketing to speak to one of these desires. Not all of them or multiple, but one. Pick one and let the marketing speak to that specific market desire. Now, a lot of times we can get stuck here because we'll be sitting with an offer, a product, or a service that can speak to multiple markets or multiple desires within those markets. Your job is to pick one and get your marketing message to speak to that one desire. For example, the offerings that I have, my products and my services, can speak to multiple markets and multiple desires. But the moment that your marketing speaks to multiple core desires or markets, your followers, your clients, your leads, your supporters will diminish. If your marketing message doesn't speak to one core desire, then you confuse people, you give them too many options, and that leads to procrastination. Your products and your services can serve to multiple core market desires, but your marketing message should only speak to one. It's our job to analyze market data and establish to which core markets our products will serve and to which core desire our marketing message will speak to. This is going to require some planning and some analysis. Yes, it's not going to be easy. You are going to have to get creative with your marketing techniques and methods because it's a war zone out here in the marketplace, and everybody, all the competitors are competing for the client's attention. One of the first objections, right, the moan sayings that I get from entrepreneurs is that the market is saturated. There's too much competition. Here's how I see it, right? If a certain market is saturated, that tells me a whole bunch of competitors all rush to that market because obviously there should be some type of opportunity over there. Secondly, there's a ton of players playing the same game. That means there's an opportunity for me to disrupt. I can disrupt the market by analyzing the top frustrations that clients have in that market and addressing them. By providing a new product or service faster and better with more convenience. By providing a better experience at a higher price. Yes, you heard that right, at a higher price. If you pay me more, then I can give you more. I can do a lot more for you. And believe it or not, most people will pay for excellent service. If you can take away all of the hassle for me, even if it's more expensive, I'll pay you. If I get more money, I can do more, better, faster. And I don't just talk this, I have done this in the investment space. Russell Brunson says the market is not a person, it's a location. To me, it's a psychological and an emotional location, not a person. To meet you with a message and an irresistible offer there, I need to understand and feel where that location is. It's where buyers and sellers meet to exchange value. Doesn't that make you think of the internet? Huh? Massive market where buyers and sellers meet to exchange value. So let's bring this home. This is how I see what we've covered so far in the book. It's a 6-step process to an 8-figure business. Number 1, you become skilled. You learn and develop yourself until you become an expert. Think of this as the core machine. Number 2, you infuse those skills or your expertise with passion, or you learn to become passionate about a part of the process. Think of passion as your battery pack. Number 3, become good at teaching your frameworks, your recipes for success, and infuse it with a powerful story that highlights the value of it. Think of this as your microphone. Number 4, know who your ideal client is. Understand their needs, not only their needs and desires, because you want to sell them their desires and their needs. But you sell them on the desire, but you give them the need as part of the package. Think of this as your telescope. Number 5, know in which market you will find this client. Is it health, wealth, or relationships? This is the location. Number 6, align your marketing message to that client in that market. Just a quick one on your marketing message. It has to be entertaining. If it's average, nobody cares. It has to be specific to that ideal client, which means that it has to feel like it's speaking to them. It has to be irrefutable. You don't convince the client. Instead, you position your product and your service in such a way that you associate with what they already believe instead of trying to change what they believe. And then lastly, there's an old saying, KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid. It has to be simple and it has to be ultra clear. Your message is the bullet and social media is the gun. It's a free gun, by the way. Next up, the new opportunity, secret number 4, in brackets, that's your offer. What's an offer? Or a better question is, what should it be? First off, you want your offer to be positioned as a new opportunity, something that can correct the client's errors of the past, something that can alleviate pain, give them what they want and what they desire, whilst elevating status. What would taking up this offer from you mean of them and mean to them? What do you think they want it to mean of them and to them? You want your offer to positively impact how they see themselves. That is a status increase. Everything for people revolves around status. Russell Brunson says, as much as we hate to admit it, we are all slaves to what we believe other people would think about us. Now we can moan about it, we can deny it, we can fight it, or we can capitalize on it. Now this is very important. Your offer is not your product or your service. It's the outcome, the desired outcome for the client. Proverbs 29 verse 18 says, where there is no vision, the people will perish. When you give people a new opportunity instead of just an improvement, then effectively you are creating a vision, a dream, something that they can move towards. This opportunity, this dream, the outcome, results or status that it will bring has to create desire that is stronger than the fear of failure. A lot of people have a stronger fear of failure than they have a desire for potential success. So they don't even try because of the false illusion of safety. If I don't try, I can't fail. It's stupid. And it's a lie. If you can deliver a vision or a dream in such a way that it magnifies the desire for potential success and it shrinks the fear of failure, then you can truly serve and elevate people and yourself. Now, how do you create a new opportunity or an offer? Step one is, what are the results that your dream clients are looking to achieve? What are they trying to get? Is it health? Is it wealth? Or relationships? Remember the 3 core markets. Do they want to get in shape? Do they want to make more money? Do they want to be a better father, husband, mother, or wife? This is why it's so important. I teach my people this from day one. Get information on the client. I need information on the client so that I can better understand him and help him get to where it is that he wants to go. And I ask clients, if you could get anything, any results that you desire in 3 years' time from now, after doing business with me, what type of results would that be? Tell me what it is that you want in 3 years from now. And in my case, usually my clients want better returns on their investments, better at least than what they're getting now. So my market is wealth. Step number 2 is, what vehicle is your client currently using to try and get those results? Chances are slim that you're going to have some unique, brand new, never been heard of before vehicle that you can offer them. My clients already use investment vehicles. I also use investment vehicles. So investment vehicles already exist. However, the investment vehicles they're currently using hasn't been working that great for them. And it's not giving them the results that they want. Mine can and does. Similar vehicles, but more efficient and better results for the client. So now clients come to me because the traditional vehicles isn't giving them the results that they want, and mine can. Step 3 is the opportunity switch. This is how you position this offer, right? The positioning of it. You offer something new, a new opportunity, not something that's just an improvement. I don't just offer clients more growth. I offer them alternative investments, alternative vehicles, new ways to make better money, new ways to make money work harder, new ways to actually get what you want and what you deserve, and what is actually possible. It is possible. So through your marketing, you offer the opportunity to switch from an ordinary vehicle that's giving them X results to an extraordinary vehicle that's giving them the results that they really want. Maybe it's faster, maybe it's more efficient, maybe it's better, bigger, more. But you don't label it as an improvement, you label it as something new. You create something new, position it as something new in the market. Secret number 5, more money for the same framework. You can make different amounts of money with the same success recipes that you have by positioning it differently. Not just positioning it differently, but you've got to package it differently. It has to be more valuable. And this kind of makes me think about the value pyramid. For example, for a lot of entrepreneurs, right here at the bottom of the value pyramid, you get free content. So the guy gives away free content, but he's not making any money for it, but he is providing value to society, right? He's piquing interest and people are heading over maybe to his website or something. On his website, you'll find how to do products perhaps. That could be courses, books, information products, and here you can make a little bit of money. There's a $sign. Then you move to the 3rd tier, and this is a done with you product. Think of services, consulting. Here you help the client and you do something with him, and here you make some more money. The next tier is a done for you product. Think of turnkey solutions. I've done everything for you, I've built the machine for you, or I've created the entire thing for you, boom, there it is. You don't have to do all the hard work, I already did it for you. And guess what? Over here, you are going to make even more money. And then at the top here, you got something like a mastermind or a network, similar to what we have in the 4am Club, where there's a combination of content, how to, done with you, and done for you. And you also have access to all these other entrepreneurs. And yes, over here, you make even more money. Now, yes, this might not be applicable to all businesses, but this just once again highlights to me, the more you do, the more you get paid. The more of the infrastructure you own, also the more money you'll make. Let me use an example. 4am Club. At first, we used to refer clients to other FSPs. I'd give financial advice. I'd share with people where I put my money, how I work with it, what I do with it, where I invest, and people would pay me for that and they would go and invest there. Now, if I climb the value ladder and I create my own firm, which I did, and I create my own products, which does the same or even better than the competition, then I can refer clients to my own financial firm. Now, in the financial firm, within the portfolios, there's debt instruments, brokerages, and things that we use in order to make those portfolios tick. Once again, if we want to make more money, use our own debt instruments, use our own brokerages, our own instruments that we utilize within these portfolios. A brick and mortar business won't be able to copy paste everything that a digital business utilizes. However, a brick and mortar business can learn a lot from a digital business. We all compete in markets. We all have offers. We all have products and services. We all want to make that better. We all want to do better. Get more leads, get more clients, get better infrastructure. We all want to try and build a money-making machine that's operating as efficiently as possible. And if you want to do that to the best of your ability, then you should learn from other entrepreneurs as much as you can. Because I promise you, each and every entrepreneur that's ever made a video or a podcast or written a book or delivered a seminar, all of them has something of value that you can take and go and implement in your business, in your life, in your marriage, in your finances, whatever. We need to consume until we become great in all areas. We're never going to be perfect, but hey, you can't blame a boy for trying.